For people struggling with big mortgages, it's the news they probably don't want to hear. Too much competition in the banking sector is dangerous and could lead to financial instability. That's the view of the banking regulator, who told an inquiry today that excessive competition was partly to blame for America's subprime mortgage crisis. It's completely the opposite of what homeowners have been hearing from the government. And it's also at odds with consumer groups. They say the answer is more competition, not less.
A look at the United States and its subprime mortgage disaster will tell you that too much competition can be a bad thing, according to the banking regulator APRA. But its chief, John Laker, says there was no such concern about the level of competition in Australia at the moment.
There are new entrants into the Australian marketplace from offshore, which are continuing to provide competitive impetus.
But consumer groups don't see any competitive impetus. They've called for almost every one of the Treasurer's proposals to be strengthened. Choice says, post-GFC, governments and regulators in Australia are overly focused on stability at the expense of competition.
At the moment, we are so risk-averse in this sector that we do not allow new entrants really to be given a fair go.
And Choice says those new entrants should be given access to branch networks like Australia Post and the credit card payment system. It's called for the ACCC to be given powers to force the breakup of financial institutions if necessary and conduct regular competition health checks.
Consumers in Australia aren't switching. The major banks know that there's that inertia there. That is a symptom of an uncompetitive market.
We've not actually seen evidence to show that the major banks are not competing with each other.
The Bankers Association wants more funding sources for banks to boost competition. But unions want regulations to restrict the push selling of credit, which they say is pushing debt onto customers.
Stop thinking of regulation as some sort of dirty word.
It was another day of hearings suggesting that, just like beauty, competition is in the eye of the beholder. Philip Lasker, ABC News.